Welcome back to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. It's time to hang out with Rob, Mike, and Dunya. Whatever you don't want to say, they will with no chaser. Take a shot and let's have a drink. Is hashtag squad goals still a thing? Because they are. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone.
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back to
Hello.
CTG, Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. We're back with another fantabulous episode for you guys to join us with. And it's episode
38.
that one.
238.
Yes. We are back and we are doing a current events, which we actually haven't done in a while when I was doing the graphic.
Yeah, we've been chit-chatting.
Yeah, we've been chit-chatting a lot. We chit-chat a little bit during current events. Hopefully positively, but we'll see. Before we get into it, thanks for joining us again, by the way. Tequila, how was your week?
My week was rewarding.
Amen. All right. Did you win any money? Because somebody won in Texas. I'm just checking. Not that you would say. Somebody stole my billions. 1 billion, might as well be 2. All right. How was your week, Cognac?
A little stressful, but I'll manage. Try to figure out my next move, basically. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. How was your week?
Also stressful. Stressful, disappointing. But looking forward to some new things happening. And I'll elaborate later after the new thing happens. It won't be the $1 billion lottery yet, but other things. Anyhow, hope you guys this week was good and is good by the time you listen to this. All right, let's get into our first segment.
I said that right now.
Sorry, no gun. Stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated.
What the fuck with the girl?
All right, my what the fuck this week is very short and simple. It is for America. What the fuck, America?
What the fuck with the girl?
All right.
Joking with Cognac.
Okay.
So, this gentleman seeked out a lady of the night, we'll call it. And she went and he found her and, ended up fooling around with her and stuff. Woke up the next day, he had crabs all over him.
Yeah.
Right. So he went back to the same spot. He said, "Hey, you gave me crabs." And she said, "For $5, did you expect lobsters?"
Ew. $5 in this economy? I wouldn't even give you my crabs. Lord. Okay, well, all right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Couldn't save it,
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
huh?
Happy Monday, everybody. That's when you're listening. Stay crab free. All right. So we're doing.
No, stay lobster busy, apparently.
Oh, okay, sure. Motto. You're welcome to the ladies on Bissonnet. Is it Bissonnet? Is that the street?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Bissonnet.
You don't want to give certain locations.
We've talked about
I know.
Bissonnet. I'm saying it fancy, Bissonnet.
You're right.
All right, Herman, you got one? Cognac?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I'll just start it off kind of light. There's a lot of weird shit going on, but that lady in Philadelphia or wherever the thing was with the baseball thing, was absolutely.
You have to give the story.
Yeah, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, so anyway, so it's,
Every current event.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're
Everybody not telling into your current
okay.
events.
Yeah.
So in Philadelphia, I don't think it was in the Philly, but it was a Philly fan. It was, I think it was the, whatever. Anyways,
We're not
doesn't matter.
baseball people. Just
Right.
tell it out.
So the dude ran to the next like aisle over to get a ball.
I feel like it was the same aisle, it was just down.
Yeah, it was like right. It was the same aisle, yeah.
Mhm.
And I've seen people like jump over benches to grab
Mhm.
balls and stuff like that. And he went over there on her side, like she owns the stadium, and he grabbed the ball from under the chair and he proceeded to go to his son. It happened to be his son's birthday. That was his birthday gift to take him to this game. So he gave the ball to his son, and this lady, she walked over and like berated him, like, "How dare you
196.
come to my area and take the ball?" And literally it was like probably no more than 10 feet away. Now, like I said, I've seen people jump over people to grab the ball. And it's not like he was like, "Yeah, I got it. He gave it to his son.
Did he snatch it out of her hand?
No.
No, he grabbed it.
He grabbed it off the floor and went
She
to his
went-
son and
No, she didn't even get it.
No,
No.
and put it in his
Bitch. Oh, it's
And
getting
he handed it
yeah.
to his son.
He
He was
handed it
there
to
at the
his
game
son.
with his son and daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lady was going ballistic, so he just took it back from his son.
He grabbed it from his son's
Gave it to
daughter
her.
and then like gave it to her.
And the world didn't like that shit.
No, not at all. And the thing is that, you know, it's all caught on camera and everything. Now, the funny part is, I'll start with this part. There's a debate on this thing. Like, did the father show, what did he show to his son? Like, you're just gonna deal with that and let her?
No, he was protecting his kid's energy.
I get.
I don't know what started the
No, I
debate.
get that. Well, no, I'm saying
What
there's
was he
people.
supposed to pop her in the mouth? That's what I would do.
That's my right. Well, that's my point. There's people that say,
No, he
She-
handled that very well.
yeah, I think so too. But either way, so later in the game, they reviewed it, or whatever inning it was, probably in the bottom seventh or eighth.
You don't even know baseball like
I
that.
don't
You're
know,
just-
you know.
Tell the time.
So they came. I think it was the Mariners, yeah. And they came and gave.
Well, Mariners in Seattle. You just said Philly 15 times.
No, there was a
Okay, all right.
Philly fan.
So the
Well-
kid got rewarded.
Yeah, basically they gave him all the stuff. Then one of the baseball players met him in the dome and gave him a signed
the
baseball
dugout.
bat and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
But man, she looks terrible. I mean, like I said, had he not given it to his son,
I don't give
I,
a fuck. When
I
people
know,
steal
but
balls
either
from
way,
people,
that's my
it's
point. I see people jump over literally to catch a ball.
I've seen people snatch the ball out of kids' hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that.
Yeah.
Somebody did that at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, so-
before
Oh, oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
The ball was on the fucking floor.
No.
Yeah, that's where it
It's
seemed
not
like
your
you reached
ball.
out.
Yeah.
You didn't have the ball. You didn't give it to you.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? Because you never had possession of it.
Yeah.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. You can have possession of the ball. I got the ball off the floor.
Well, she has her ball now.
Yeah.
That kid has a ball, a mitt,
Yeah.
signed jersey, all kinds of
Right.
shit.
That section,
Sign bat.
your section is your seat. Did you have a skybox or something? I mean,
Yeah, no.
your section is the seat you sit in. That's it.
If it didn't fall in your lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy ass. That's the mom.
Yeah, the ball shit, I'm telling you, she's crazy. She was like berating him, like, you came to my area.
Now
What's your area?
you in my area.
Yeah, right.
Right?
And now I feel threatened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this ball and whoop your ass. Just all right, Tequila current event story.
Houston attorney Tony Busby
Oh God.
filed this suit on 9/11, September 11, $100 million lawsuit targets Memorial Hermann, ex-hospital manager, over hidden bathroom cameras.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. The Wooans, Texas. $100 million class action lawsuit has been filed against Memorial Hermann Hospital, the Woodlands Medical Center, Seabree, than the hospital's former patient care director, who was arrested last month after being accused of placing hidden cameras in the restrooms at the hospital.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys.
Robert Schrader, 41, secretly placed hidden cameras in the hospital's restrooms to record nurses, fellow employees, and patients, according to the court documents. Houston attorney Tony Busby says he has filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of 5 hospital employees and thousands of individuals from around Texas who used restrooms at the hospital where the cameras were placed. This class action case seeks remedy for invasion of privacy and approximately $100 million. I'm stopped right there, and I do remember stopping at that hospital to run in and use the restroom on my way to Huntsville. I think last month or something. So
Okay.
see what I can do to
Yeah,
jump
me
in.
too. I think I use it too. I know I use the restroom for sure. So I feel like what address? Give me the address. Later.
So y'all listen, if y'all stopped at Memorial Hermann Hospital in the Woodlands to use the restroom, yeah, some money up for grabs.
Like who thinks of that? Like you're in a hospital. Like nobody's there happy, you know, like or healthy. Like what are you trying to see? You know, that's
waffles.
gross.
You lucky that camera ain't get covered with something.
Right?
Yeah.
You know.
You want to see something? You want to see something?
You know, let's paint the walls in there.
All right, ew. Ew! Men are so graphic as shit. God,
I got something to
dog.
show you.
Ugh, gross.
Kidding me?
Nigga missed the whole toilet. They got nothing but the wall.
Ugh.
On his way down, sitting down. Just,
Only men, I'm telling you.
Look at this. Hey, did you
And
see
they're
this vlog I just dropped?
they're speaking from experience, probably. Ugh.
Look at my squad game.
Oh, okay. All right. So moving on to mine. A woman was caught on video backing over her coworker and went inside and said somebody fell down. Shocking video captures a moment a nursing home employee backed over her coworker just outside the facility this past Sunday. Police in Slidell, Louisiana, never heard of it.
Slidell,
Said that Lillian Sellers, 67, proceeded to head into work as if nothing happened and then calmly told her coworkers that a woman fell in the parking lot. It's not funny to that woman. I'm just like, what?
I'm not.
All right, employees rushed out to help their injured coworker, even as surveillance video captured at the nursing home revealed what really had happened to her. Paramedics responded around 11 p.m. When they determined her injuries were with being struck. The hospital contacted the police, and at 3 a.m. they observed the videos, and the fall was actually a hit and run. She gets out of it's one of the police officers, Chief Randy Fandle. He said it's really sad to watch. She gets out of the vehicle, walked over to the victim laying on the pavement, then stood up, walked over and picked up a piece of her vehicle. Removed it from the scene.
I was about to say, she got your license plate etched in her ass.
Well, she picked up whatever she lost. It's being investigated as a hit and run. The full video is out there. The video I watched did not show the moment of impact or whatever. They are treating this, I'm not going to yell all this, they are treating this like just a hit and run, like she didn't do it on purpose. I guess they don't know how workplace environments are. Because, I obviously can't show the video. Because it wasn't even like oops, I was parking. It was like she hit that bitch in reverse. Like it wasn't going forward, it went backwards.
Man.
So I think they need to look into somebody's phone and how she felt about that woman.
I don't know. I think you're taking this to, maybe she didn't have a backup camera or something.
Okay, but where it was, since you didn't see the video, it looks like, when you have a hotel.
What kind of car?
Like, I don't know, it's great.
Alright.
But you know when you have a hotel where you drop off your luggage or you're picking up or whatever, that's where it looked like she
Like in the half a roundabout?
Yeah, like a roundabout.
Oh, one of those?
Yeah, it was. All right. Hey there, Houston entrepreneurs and small business owners. Are you starting a business or already running one, but drowning in paperwork, taxes, or bookkeeping headaches? You're not alone, and we've got some help for you. A friend of ours has launched a full-service business support solution right
Full
here.
service.
Right here in Houston, called Samcom. From forming your LLC or corporation to handling your franchise tax filings, sales tax reports, bookkeeping, and even your annual income tax returns, Samcom covers it all, so you can focus on growing your business. What's new in 2025? BOI reporting, a new federal requirement that most businesses aren't even aware of. Mess it up and you could face a $10,000 fine or more. Don't worry, Samcom has you covered. Whether you're a startup, a side hustler, or scaling fast, let them take the stress off your plate. Email to info@samconus.com. That's info@samconus.com, or call 713-534-2175 to get started. That's 713-534-2175 to get started. Don't miss out. Your business deserves better, and let them get you sorted today.
Dang.
It wasn't like in the parking lot. It was in front of the facility.
Well,
and
she
it was-
hit the reverse by accident.
Okay, well, all right. Well, you can be her legal help, I guess. But yeah, she ain't like that bitch. I'm staying on business on that one.
You're automatically going to, yeah, I didn't like her.
I'm the prosecution. Sorry, I know what not liking a coworker feels like.
What did you not like about her?
Mm,
Right? Well, it's open discussion.
yeah, there you go. Sorry to that woman. I'm glad she wasn't
Killed.
killed. Yeah.
I'm glad she didn't fall. And she was hit.
Yeah, because now she's about to sue her. She's gonna be rich, actually. So,
Because if she had failed, that would have made laughter valid.
yeah,
You know, because it's just, you get a pass to laugh when somebody falls.
yeah.
Sometimes when they get
I'm
hit,
on the
it's a tell how they fall after they
I
got
said,
hit.
I'm on the fence.
Especially if they say, "I just got hit.com."
Yeah.
I just got hit, dog.
Girl, you better call.
Houston people know what that is. Texas, I guess.
Texas and Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I know when I was in Atlanta, that shit was on their radio.
People was
station.
getting hit.com out there too.
For real.
Well,
Girl, you better call I just got hit on. Call I just got hit on.
all right, Cognac.
So I was gonna go to the thing about the stabbing on the train thing in Charlotte.
What happened? What's the stabbing on the train thing in Charlotte?
So
Yeah, you gotta get a better background.
yeah, I know. So apparently this dude, he had 14 other. Not all of them were aggravated,
Oh
but
my God, how you report the news is
Yeah,
so
a lot
of them.
ridiculous.
Huh?
A man was on a train in Charlotte or South Carolina or wherever that was, and sat behind a woman and pulled out a knife and stabbed her.
Soon as she sat down in front
As
of
soon
him.
as she sat down in front of him and got up and stabbed her and killed her. The woman happened to be a Ukrainian white woman. The suspect is a black man from here. Go ahead. That is the
He from
story.
Texas?
No, I'm
From
in
America.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No,
That's-
maybe
that's-
I'm not presenting it right.
Yeah, you have to report a news
I
story and then
apologize.
you give your opinion in the background.
No, I said I
His-
apologize for that.
What, every career minute is there.
Okay. So anyway, so
See how I print the stories out, or he reads the story? Yeah, go ahead.
that's like crazy, man. Like he just randomly, like you could tell he's switching and stuff, tweaking out whatever he was doing, and randomly,
I don't feel like-
3 times in the
I
neck.
don't feel like
And then
he
he
was
just,
tweaking or twitching.
I don't know, whatever.
I watched the video.
Well, he said, he was on the phone with his sister on a jail call or something. They called him saying, yeah, man, they're checking my blood. You know that's not like me. You know that's not like me. I'm not violent. Somebody put something in my system and all that stuff. So
Okay, well, I didn't see him tweaking, but what I did say after watching it and discussing it kind of gave me the creeps because it seemed like nobody else on the train like did anything. Like they were just trying to avoid him at all costs.
Of course.
Which I know, but collectively people don't normally do that unless they're literally fearful. And it gave me vibes. This is the vibe that I use of that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington, where there was a demon inside a man and it just kept jumping from body to body. I don't know. I don't know why, but that literally popped in my head watching that video. I don't know. So,
like I said,
I'm not saying that that's the case. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Innocent until proven guilty.
But
it creeped me the fuck out.
But like I said, society's getting less and less like where they want to involve themselves, because once they involve themselves, then it's like everybody's kind of like, you know, everybody used to like when you moved into a neighborhood, right? Hey, I'm new to the neighborhood, you need something.
Your white ass did that. I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't do that shit. You don't even come to my house.
And it wasn't even about being involved per se, but they were just like walking. Like I wouldn't even be near him. I would be in the back, far away from. They were just walking around him and stepping over blood. It was weird. That's all.
Like I said, I understand that.
She dead.
But you don't.
Dead too. But.
It goes back to like when somebody's doing whatever. Most people do this. Oh shit! You know what I mean? Like
I don't do that.
the humanity is like
I think that's
gone.
a terrible generalization.
No, I'm saying no. I'm talking about people in general. The minute
What they supposed to do, get stabbed too?
Well, no, I didn't say that. I'm just saying like it.
Well, these days
Nobody wants to be involved because
you're guilty. If you got involved, and detained him, choked him out, and hurt him, you be on trial for hurting him.
That's my point. That's what I'm getting.
People don't even do CPR no more because if you break somebody's ribs, like do CPR, you liable.
That's my point. That's what I was getting at. Nobody wants to be involved.
That's why I tell people I ain't got insurance.
Tequila was kind of getting at my point where I'm like, people don't want to get involved in it.
It takes a special kind of person in a situation wwhere people get involved. Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, you know, that shit.
You're on your own.
That shit was super random.
Yeah.
I got because I usually say, in most cases, you know, blacks don't commit crimes against whites. Whites don't commit crimes against blacks. In most cases, shit like that, just random acts of violence and random acts of crime. I ain't gonna say crime, but random acts of violence usually are not as random as they seem. You know what I'm saying? There's usually some familiarity with whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And especially with race, you very seldom gonna see a black person attack somebody outside the African race. The same way you're not gonna see a Hispanic attack somebody outside their race, white outside their race, you know. I mean, in most cases,
I know what you're saying.
So just the fact that it was a black dude stabbing on a white female, I thought he knew her. I thought that was his ex or something. For real, before I just seen it on the news, him stabbing her. Like, damn, she pissed him off.
Really pissed him off. She took his dog.
And then I tuned in on what they were saying. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, because usually that random shit don't be happening. It's almost like what the girl was saying, like, the boy's possessed. Yeah.
It just gave that vibe to me, and that maybe like the aura of the people around were like, no, and just praying, basically. All right, Tequila, you're
Hundreds of retired City of Houston workers are still waiting for promised pension checks. More than 1,000 former City of Houston employees who opted into early retirement pension program early this year are facing severe financial hardship after waiting nearly 5 months for their promised payments. Javier Medina, a former technician with the Houston Police Department, is one of many retirees still waiting. This is one of my biggest regrets, Medina said. He retired in April after nearly 26 years of service. While he received his first pension check in May, no payments have followed since. I'm dealing with creditors and everything else that's still going unpaid, Medina shared. The delay has left him relying on his wife's single income to support their 2 children, ages 8 and 9, with bills mounting. Medina says he's had to repeatedly submit paperwork, most recently on September 2nd. 2 weeks ago, I received another form. I'm like, wow. He said, I went in person and did the paperwork again, and now I'm just waiting. I'm not going to keep reading. They breaking down what causing the delays and all that. But
Governor Roly Poly.
that is fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, well, I don't know, you plan your retirement and that pension is part of the plan, but hopefully you have income or available resources outside of the pension. You know, but if you don't, then you just sitting on that pension and you gotta wait for that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fucked up. You know, because a lot of people take those jobs, those city jobs. He was a cop.
For that.
Yeah, for the benefits. Yeah, that's fucked up. And they actually make less money, you know what I'm saying, than somebody who didn't take the city job, just work for regular job. They may not make a lot of money, but they like, I'll tighten up my belt and take less pay for the benefits. Yeah, I retire, yeah.
And then health insurance,
Yeah.
or whatever, you know.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Well, the good news is maybe they can go to the ballroom with the White House.
Yeah. If they ain't got no, yeah, I guess.
A lot of money going into there.
Yeah. They ain't gonna be able to get there.
All right.
Make sure that thousands don't show up. Don't get them they pension.
All right. Speaking of that dude, speaking at the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., the Museum of the Bible. Never been, never heard of it, but I assume it's what that is. On Monday, Trumpy boasted some of his go-to false claims about crime in the city, insisting that crime is virtually nothing thanks to his federal takeover of law enforcement. While that is not only factually not true, crime is down, but not at the levels of near zero he suggests. He took it 1 degree further, arguing that disputes which take place in the home, such as little fight with the wife, that's how he said it, were unfairly inflating the city's crime statistics and undermining his record. In other words, he appeared to suggest that some of the cases of domestic violence shouldn't really count as a crime at all. Quote, things that take place in the home they call crime, he said in the clip. You know, they'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say, this was a crime, see? So now I can't claim it's 100% violent-free, crime-free. I'm so tired of that clown. I mean, honestly. I don't know anybody in my life that hasn't dealt with or knows somebody that's dealt with domestic violence. And it can be both ways. It can be a wife to a husband to a wife. It could be a family dispute. All of that's domestic. But he specifically was like, oh, a man has a little fight, but so misogynistic, it's disgusting and gross, and I'm so sick of his mouth. Literally sick of it. And that just happened at the Museum of the Bible.
Where that museum at?
In D.C. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't know that place existed.
Me either. We do now. And there's no crime there. Just so you know. Just don't go in anybody's house. Otherwise, it's free of crime. Because all the crime's happening inside one house. Alright, you have a permit?
Current event to me. How was
In
my
1992.
No, I was saying that you told me last time. Well, that was a current event. You should have said that. So this week, I have a place for sale. Okay. And I had it rented, put it for sale. Gave the real estate agent the code to the lockbox. So, that being said, he tells me, I have a buyer, but nobody can get in there. Did you change the code? I said, why would I change the code? That's not even my lockbox. Oh, I assumed it was yours. I said, nope. I stated it was the renting company's code, and this the lockbox, and this was the code they gave me. And I said, took a look around, do what you do. So he, like I said, says he can't get it. Blaming me that I changed the code. I said, why would I do that? Are you serious? So I'm going back and forth with him, and he's like, well, maybe it broke. Not my problem. Maybe somebody you sent in there broke it. So I proceed, he's telling me, well, basically sending one of his agents to say that it's going to cost you this much to get into that box. All right, fair enough. So I said, well, I'm not paying for it. It's not my problem. Well, they made it basically, oh, we'll reimburse you. Okay. So the guy comes and he drills into the box and everything and gets in there. No keys. No keys to the house in there. And I said, okay. So I called him, I said, or texted and called his assistant and said, hey, there is not even a key in here. So who was the last person to leave and lock this up? And me and the guy, he was a cool guy, actually, I was very chatty. But he was like, I go, they blame me for this. And he goes, why? And I go, that's my point. Like, I'm just crazy. Like, I'm trying to sell this place, and I'm just going to be like, nope, can't get in there. And there were no keys. So anyways, he had to basically re-key the thing. And I said, I am not paying for this. That's ridiculous. There's no keys. You need to find out who the last person to show the property and find out where they put the keys, because there's no keys. Okay. Basically. So I had to get it re-keyed, then I had to rush to meet the other guy and give him a new key to put a new lock on.
This is giving the not current event, it's giving.
It is a current event.
I never said that. Literally,
no, you said that was a current event about the pullover story thing.
No, that didn't come out at all. But I'm glad you got that vent off your chest.
Right.
That chit chat.
Yeah.
All right. Tequila.
Remains identified as missing 22-year-old Angela Marisol Diaz. These are all Texas current events that I'm doing, Houston area. The family of Angela Marisol Diaz says their year-long search for the missing 22-year-old has ended in heartbreak, confirming remains found in Clear Lake earlier this year belonged to her. Her father, Edward Diaz, shared the heartbreaking update in the statement released last Friday. Houston police said the skeletal remains were found in March in a wooded area near Moon Rock Drive and Bay Area Boulevard, not far from NASA's Johnson Space Center and Clear Lake High School. At the time, investigators said it was unclear how long the remains had been there or the person's identity. Angela disappearance sparked a large search effort and an ongoing investigation that later uncovered links to human trafficking. Court documents allege she was trafficked by 31-year-old Christopher Carvon Brown. Investigators said Brown was charged with promotion of prostitution last year after undercover officers witnessed him allegedly arranging prostitution appointments involving Diaz. Detectives also discovered text messages that appeared to show Brown pressuring Diaz to travel to Dallas for clients despite her reluctance. Angela's sister, Solange Lee Diaz, spoke to KPRC2 earlier this year, sharing in her pain and determination to find answers. She's the joy, she said. When I'm with her, I'm always laughing. Her energy, her joy is something else. I miss that. The Diaz family is now asking the public to come forward with any information that may lead to an arrest. Yeah, trafficking is not defined well. I mean, because when I think of trafficking, I always think of kids, people coming from other countries and stuff like that. It just never hit home with prostitution, I guess. I never really tied the two. And together when you say prostitution and trafficking, it's always a big difference in my mind, just from being, I guess.
It's one crab and one lobster.
They just seem, one seem more drastic than the other, but I can see how they all tied together, and they're both tied together, and it's just horrible, man. When you're forcing somebody to do something.
Pay off a debt.
Kidnapping somebody and forcing them to do shit.
Yep.
And,
Disgusting.
yeah. Because she was 22 years old.
Shit, some younger than that, believe it or not.
That's what he said. He already said children. Yeah. And they're on the list.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Anywho, people are having a little sympathy for the Arkansas farmers who are begging Trump for emergency fund aid. On Tuesday, hundreds of farmers from across the state of Arkansas gathered before representatives to voice their concerns and ask for help amid terrible markets, higher input costs, and tariffs. Many emphasized the direness of the situation, with one farmer saying, "I have never been as worried as I am now about whether or not my kids and grandkids will be able to carry this on." Another farmer said, "Mr. Trump, you looked at me and said, 'I love you.' Mr. Trump, I need to see the fruit of your love." One person shared a prayer. I'm not going to look for farmers, in my opinion, dear Lord. Okay. Most of the farmers shared some, not every whole thing, shared similar stories, with one saying, "This time last year, the rice price was about 40% higher than it is now. Input costs have gone up, fertilizer has gone up, commodity prices has gotten worse. So after a horrible year last year, where most farmers in Arkansas Delta lost money, this year is going to be worse. We have to have HOC payments right now to make it through this year." Basically a handout. HOC. I don't know what the C part is. But yeah. Arkansas voted for Trump by a landslide. So now they want welfare. Okay. Sorry to those people. Scientists and agriculture people that actually know what the fuck's gonna happen told you that was going to happen, but okay. But you guys can go to the ballroom.
Grow some plants in there.
No, because he took out the rose garden, so to put a slab of concrete. Well, maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he doesn't like plants. Sorry, guys. All right, do you have a current event?
Well,
Just say you don't.
I do.
Okay.
So there's this individual that I wasn't that familiar with, but kind of, because I've skipped through things and going to college campus as Charlie Kirk. So apparently he was a big influencer to sort of a young crowd of college students, and he went to debate multiple times over the years. I went and debated with college kids and asked questions, and like they would debate back and forth, so on and so forth. And he started off like small, but then he got, over the years, I think he started when he was like in his 20s or something. And he, like I said, would just go to random college places.
Cool.
And, hold on.
But you're giving his biography. What happened in
No, so anyway, so he would like debate and so on and so forth. Well, on Wednesday, was it Wednesday? September 10th or something?
You're reporting it?
Yeah. He basically was assassinated. Got shot in the neck, fell down, boop, 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 died pretty much instantly. I mean, it was all over everything too on that point, and I don't know how to take that. I don't necessarily believe that you should be murdered or assassinated on if you have like a different opinion on things. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right. You have anything to say, Tequila? Because I got a lot to say.
I don't have nothing to say. That's his current event. It's your current event.
I just
Well, it
don't-
was mine too.
I
So
don't believe you should be murdered.
I have
If you have a
some things
different
to say
like
too.
speak.
But the current event is that he got murdered, right?
Well, I mean assassinated.
That's it, or whatever.
Okay.
He's dead.
Words
Yeah.
are really important.
Yeah.
So I actually do. I'm not lying. I actually have this in my current events. So let me just tack on to that. I don't. Let's get to, because there is a current event to tack onto that because they actually found his killer. But let's talk about it in real time when it first happened. Number one, assassinated is a very strong word. They don't use the word assassination for children that are shot in schools. I don't know, he's not a politician, he's not a president, he's never been elected to anything. Okay, right, but words are very important.
Okay, sorry.
Very important. So to say he was assassinated, no, he got shot at a school. It was a school shooting, basically. And there were two that happened that day. One happened in Colorado. Right. So, and a common denominator of those two shooters I'll get to in a minute. Let me talk about, there's a certain thing where people don't understand a difference of opinion and actual hate. A difference of opinion is, oh, I don't like this type of food. I don't like this type of food. Hate is somebody saying that you are beneath them because you have a certain skin color. So, it seems to me a lot of people don't know what a Ku Klux Klan member looks like without a hood on. Maybe I just watched Django earlier. This man was basically like the KKK. So I'm going to give some background on him, just like you gave back then on the man who stabbed a woman on a train that he had 14 prior things. So let me give you a couple of quotes from this individual. Rest in peace, sir. He said, at Turning Point USA event in 2023, that was 2 years ago, we know how many kids we've lost, we must also be real. We must be honest with the population. Having an armed citizenry comes with a price, and that is the part of liberty. We need to be very clear that you're not going to get 0 gun deaths. It will not happen, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have that cost, unfortunately. Some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment. Okay.
Live by the sword,
Yeah.
die by the sword.
Okay. Why are we sad? Why are we sad? I don't get it. All right. On his self-titled radio talk show, he said, I quote, "I can't stand the word empathy, actually," he said. "I think empathy is a made-up new age term that does a lot of damage. So, why should we be empathetic?" He appeared on Jubilee's entertainment show called Surrounded, And he insisted that black people were better in the 1940s under Jim Crow laws. Let me quote him. Kirk said, "They were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes." The person he debated responded, 4,000 black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs. Racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years. You don't think that affected the generational psyche of an entire group of people? He replied, he interrupted, "Black America is worse than it has been in the last 80 years. During that same Jubilee podcast, Kirk was asked what he would want his daughter to do if she was 10 years old and pregnant following a rape. And his reply was, the baby would be delivered. All right, on his own radio show, he said that Joy Reid, a journalist, Michelle Obama, we know her, Sheila Jackson Lee, and Ketanji Brown are only Supreme Court justice of color, because Clarence don't count, are affirmative action picks. He also said black women do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You have to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. That's what he said. For the Swifties out there, when she got engaged, he said, "This is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative, engage in reality more, and reject feminism. Submit to your husband. You're not in charge, Taylor." All right. Following the January collision that happened in the sky right after Trumpy took over, and remember you were really concerned, like, what happened with the Black Hawk? He said on his podcast, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Finally, an audience member, the day that he passed away, rest in peace to that man, or whatever, an audience member was asking him how many transgender mass shooters there have been over the past decade, and he replied, too many. The same audience member said there had only been 5 before asking him if he knew how many mass shooters there had been overall during that time span. And his reply was counting or not counting gang violence, and then he was shot. For people to not understand, not giving a fuck, that's not celebrating. Nobody's celebrating what happened to that man. I didn't pop it.
No,
I'm talking to the audience.
But I brought it up, and
Right,
all
but
I
I
was
was
saying
just
was,
tacking on because I had
I have no indifference either,
Right.
but also I'm not like celebrating.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Nobody's celebrating.
Yeah.
Nobody's
There are a
celebrating.
lot of people celebrating.
Okay, well, I'm speaking for, I'll speak for majority black people here. We're not celebrating. You know who was celebrating? The people that loved him. They were celebrating and excited to have a civil war. That's what they were excited about. You've got Elon Musk, the left is the party of war. Nancy Mace, you fucking, you're disgusting. She was saying that the bullets were engraved with trans rights stuff, and it was literally TRN. It was TRN, which is the bullet maker, you fucking morons. And they just took it as it was a trans thing. And what the bullet actually said was catch fascists. Turns out, the shooter, and mind you also, HBCUs, black colleges, were under threat for the next 2 days because they were calling for the heads of anybody without even knowing who did it. And turns out the guy is a big fucking white boy. Grew up in Utah. Parents are MAGA supporters, but he is so far gone. There's a group now that I've never heard of until now. There's Nick Fuentes, he has a whole group that hated Charlie Kirk because he wasn't white supremacy enough. And that is who that boy followed. So he wasn't extreme enough because he did go to college campuses and even engage in talking to Jews and gays and things, and they didn't like that. He was a fake white supremacist. So, white on white crime, it happens. Next.
I don't know if y'all ever saw Paid in Full.
I feel like I have.
Cameron, Mekhi Phifer, Ed Wood, I think that's my boy's name, but based off of some Harlem drug dealer shit. And got shot. I wanted to get out the game. And his friend, portrayed by Cameron, told him, niggas get shot every day, B. That's all I gotta say. Niggas get shot every day.
It's the way people expect black people to give a shit about people who wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire is insane. That's called like sympathizing with massa. I don't give a fuck.
No.
You know, my thoughts and prayers were with him when he was telling people that I wasn't shit. That I don't have a brain capacity to even, that I'm not worth a shit.
You know, all I say is God bless his soul and God's will be done. That's on anybody, you know. I mean, you know, it's tough. It's tough, you know, knowing the rhetoric he promoted. And I had a flag at half staff at my job, you know, every time I'm even working for
What a joke.
I see the flag at half staff. And I ain't got no comment.
Nancy Mace fucking the day of, we need to bring back the death penalty, and now I'm worried about my job and do my job because some training, and then once the moment it was released, he was white. Here's her quote: "We know Charlie Kirk would want us to pray for such an evil and lost individual and hope that he finds Christ, so we will try to do the same." But it was an all-out fucking war before that. If you don't see the common sense anymore, this is crazy. The fucking sheriff, the sheriff in Utah that was doing the press conferences literally said, "We spent the last 30 hours, I was just hoping." He literally said it on air. I'll play it for you guys later. "I was hoping and praying it was not somebody it's somebody not from our town, not from our state. Somebody who basically said, I wish it was somebody of color and Democrat. But to see it was one of ours." What? Are you crazy? Oh my God. Anyways, that's the last I'll be talking about that, because God forbid, but I need to worry about the children that keep getting shot up in schools.
New rate hike. Your electric bill is going up. Centerpoint energy.
It is an injury. It's in your bank account.
You can't take an injury because you got to pay that before you can pay the hospital.
Centerpoint Energy delivery rates to increase September 1st, raising electric bills. Houston electric customers will start seeing higher bills even if their electricity use stays the same. That's because transmission utilities like Centerpoint Energy are raising the rates they add to monthly bills starting September 1st. The two investigations report aiming at explaining y'all see that the transmission rate increase is 1.3 cents per kilowatt hour, which can add up significantly on the electric bills. Using a customer's August bill as an example, we did the math. The increase is on the TDU delivery charge. The energy charge from the retail electric power remains unchanged. In August, the example customer used 1,511 kilowatt hours of electricity. Multiplying that by Centerpoint's current rate plus a flat $4.90 monthly fee results in a charge of $72.15. Starting September 1st, the same 1,511 kilowatt hours multiplied by the new higher rate will cost the customer $92.67, an increase of $20.52. Whoa. The increase happens every September 1st as the region heads into the fall and winter months when electricity usage typically declines. Utility says they need a steady flow of revenue to maintain equipment even when demand is low. On March 1st, the rate is lowered, headed into summer months. Another different Centerpoint rate increase is expected soon. Once the Public Utility Commission approves the amount, Centerpoint says it needs to recoup costs from restoring power after Hurricane Beryl. Customers will see bills increase by another $2 each month for the next 14 years. I'm just gonna stop right there.
Please do. What a fucking crock of shit. Has anybody seen Centerpoint operating on anything since the power went out? Remember they were gonna keep working and keep so nothing because this power line I see ain't been touched.
I see I'm putting up new poles.
Poles, we don't need poles. We get it under. Like,
They're taking the wood.
do you hear what they're saying? Like,
putting up like metal poles.
it doesn't matter. Like, what's
Yeah.
crazy is they're basically saying, well, you use less, so but we still need our bonus come Christmas.
Yeah.
And once they realize that you can pay it because it shouldn't go up, why is it going up?
Oh boy,
If we're using less and you just change the rate, it shouldn't go up. It should be the same. That's called math in my Harper voice.
Oh.
If we're using, okay, increase the rate so you get the same bill as the summer, but you're not. You're saying it's going up.
It's gonna go up, and then
it ain't gonna go down.
oh boy, that missed his benefits and all that shit. He should have worked for Centerpoint because I bet the Centerpoint guy getting his benefits apparently.
Fucking insane.
Yeah. You go up the months when you use it the less.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And then it's gonna stay up.
Yeah.
When you
I
use
never
it
heard
more.
that.
Yeah.
It's just like when they do a tax thing and all that shit. Oh, once we figure this dam out or whatever, we'll lower the taxes. Nope. Because people forget. 2 years they built that dam. Something like that.
Alright, let's get to our next segment. Guys, por favor.
Bullshit.
Yeah, because Crawford and Canelo fight tonight. Yeah, looking forward to that. And
Go them.
go Houston Cougars, U of H Cougars. They beat Buffalo. I like Deion Sanders and what he's doing over there in Colorado, but H-Town dust that ass last night.
That's that ass.
You're going to our third segment of the evening where we're going to tell you 3,000 things about us. Using that magnificent book titled 3,000 Questions About Me. Me being Tequila, him being Cognac, she being the girl. This evening's on the girl. She's going to open the book, randomly select a question, and we will do our best to answer without fight.
All right. Question 1,554. 1554. Would you rather have endless love or endless money? I love money. I'm just kidding.
Idiocracy. That's the movie ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the endless money. Whatever love I have, love is endless if it's real love. So
Yeah. I would need the money. You heard that they're going up on rates and shit.
Yeah.
And the groceries, the rent is too high.
So
Nobody's gonna love me if I'm homeless. On some homeless people.
You have a better chance.
No, I'm just kidding.
when I was young and dumb, and would get my nose wide
Full
open,
of.
I get my nose wide open and be in those situations where I spend every second of the day with your girlfriend and this is girlfriend. My girlfriend would always say, love don't pay the bill, so I would take the endless money.
So basically, he ain't changed.
Love don't pay the bills. You want to be all up with that girl all the time. Somebody gonna have to go to work, but so I'm gonna take the
I'll take regular love and endless money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you love me, you love me.
Yeah.
What's endless love? Are they gonna come back as a zombie? Like, what's endless? So yeah, I'll take the money. Endless money, because that means when I'm gone, people I love will keep getting my endless money. I'll take regular love.
Yeah. Well, it goes to what I heard, Giorgio Armani, he passed away at 91. God rest his soul, too, I guess. And he had no fucking
Not too for me.
Huh?
It wasn't also for me. For him, yeah. God rest his soul too, you said.
Oh, the Giorgio Armani?
Yeah, just when you said two, it seemed like it was a...
No. I meant God rest his soul as well as other people.
Right, but I don't care if God rests the other guy's soul.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Just...
Anyway, so he passed away at 91. And he had no children, no spouse, no nothing. And it was so weird how they categorized what he left to like certain people. And then he gave them.
This should have been your current event,
sorry.
as opposed
Basically,
to your key lock on the
So,
door.
yeah,
What's your
anyway.
answer?
So
Jesus.
the money. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I act like I'm poor as fuck, and then I get to love them and see who sticks with me and who doesn't. And be like, hey, bitch, I'm a millionaire now. Whatever.
It's called I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich,
Shout out-
bitch.
shout out Dave Chappelle.
I didn't want to steal it, but yeah.
All right, let me make an attempt to call.
Oh boy, now that's interesting on this one. For that one.
Telephone number 71.
Nope, not giving out her number. Let me try the rest of it. Oh, I have it on my phone. Whoopsie. Or her phone's dead. No. Phone's dead. Sorry, tried. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week for another thrilling episode. Don't know what I've got. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Tell your friends. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.